Last week, on the Aviator Show, Eric and the Aviator family made it to Missoula, Montana to fly with some local paramotor pilots. The Denellen School wraps up tows and successfully prepared all their students for taxi practice. This week, on the Aviator Show, Eric attempts to fly his paramotor to the peak of a mountain. The scenery at 8,000 feet is absolutely breathtaking, but the conditions that he encounters makes for a real learning moment.
Whoa, feel the left right there. Whoa, nasty here.
Reese, Nell, and Aviator alumni AEV Dave all sneak multiple flights in before sunset.
This is what we came for. The West is here, the mountains are here, the beautiful weather is here.
It's all in this week's episode of the Aviator Show. Do you like this paramotor content? Well, support our channel by liking and subscribing to this channel.
Good morning. I'm shivering a little bit. It's like 39 or 41 degrees. Got in here late last night. This is Stevensville, Montana, and that right there is the peak, 9,900 feet. I'm gonna try to go climb up there, kick some snow off the top, but first I'm gonna get warm, get dressed, put some heated gloves on, and try to find a place to launch because we pulled in here after dark and I have no idea where to launch since they're doing all this construction. I can't even talk. Let's go fly. It's gonna be cold. My nose is gonna hurt. It's gonna be worth it. Not pulling out my normal freeride 16. Today we're gonna grab the beautiful Kona 2 27 meter in an attempt at a no-wind launch down a taxi.
Way to go, a little richer. So a little more open.
I left my screwdriver.
Sorry, man. It's 5 minutes looser.
The goal? Climb to the top of the mountain, kick some snow, maybe bring home a snowball for the kids, and just see how things go. The conditions look perfect. On the ground, the winds are coming through the valley, and everything looks ideal. But what we find up there may be a different story.
Beautiful. It's pretty darn high up here, man. It's a little rocky and higher to go. Dude, this is freaking beautiful. I don't know why I didn't put more fuel in this thing. I only have 8 liters, so hopefully this is enough to get me there. I can see the top, yeah. Starting to get more and more movement on the wing. It's starting to get a little bumpy. Not sure if it's because of the valley or the canyon on the side. I'm trying to go a little left and see if I can smooth it out, but it's pretty rocky.
Where's your 20? What do you see?
What's that?
I'm trying to find you with the 800 millimeter and I'm having trouble.
I'm in the left seat. So if you go from that house, come down to the bottom, lower left, you'll find the kind of peak. I'm almost the top of the bottom left seat.
I got a visual.
Yeah, follow with the left ridge line. That's the valley. Whoa, whoa, feeling some left right there. Whoa, nasty here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not liking this. Not liking this. Whoa, big air. Really big air. Yeah. That was nasty. There it is again. There it is again. Wing is surging like mad. It's like I'm flying a big rotor and I'm hitting me.
Heard that, big rotor?
Dude. What the heck? That's big air. Whoa. I'm about to cancel this thing. I'm getting such big air right now. Like I'm almost full deflection. It keeps collapsing.
Jesus.
I guess I'm getting rotor off the next ridge, but I'm so close, man.
Yeah.
There it is again. Whoa. Climbing up the valley, start climbing up there. Big bump, big bump, big bump, big bump. Catch the surge. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me. I don't think I'm going to try for that. It is getting nasty. The higher I go, the bumpier it is. I'm not enjoying it. What I may do is come down here, go fly over toward this canyon because it's beautiful back there, but it's just too bumpy. It doesn't feel totally unsafe yet, but I feel like 2 more miles an hour, and I'm going to be worried about my life. As you can see, I have to use a fair bit of deflection to keep this thing flying safely. Here's a little surge again. Man, my idle's a little low. Get away from this mountainside. Oh, I wanted to fly that canyon so badly. Just a little too much wind. You can see the smoke down there. I mean, it's moving. It's getting knocked over pretty good. All right, well, let's fly back, hit up the river. I saw a sandbar that might work for what we're trying to do. We'll go check that out. The wind direction is just purely wrong. It's coming right over those hills. And like when I flew over here when I first got here, it felt totally stable. It felt like no issues. And as I got closer to the hill, I was like, ooh, that's getting nasty. All right, I'm not the expert at this. Shane Denherter, Chris Sanitary here, we've been at this stuff, but I always hear people talking about how they do spirals. I'm doing spirals. Shane taught me. I'm sure Chris taught him or somebody else brilliant. Don't do round spirals, guys. Round spirals are a great way to die. You do a round spiral, is pinning this in, holding a lot of brake, and you're just going faster and faster, and it feels cool until you black out. So Shane taught me, which I'm now teaching you, the goal is to make an asymmetric spiral. So I'm going to get away from the hill here and show you what an asymmetric spiral looks like. Because why not use this time to teach a little bit? I'm a teacher through and through. I can't help myself. I'm out here on an adventure of a lifetime, trying to teach a little bit. All right, let's do an asymmetric spiral just because it's a nice day. So you always want to think about, as any maneuver you start, I like to think about heading first. So I know what heading I'm on. I'm flying due east. I can see the roads ahead of me. I want to return to that heading whenever I exit because it just makes it look cleaner. It's kind of an old air show, regular airplane aerobatic thing to do. So just try to be purposeful with everything I'm doing. Make sure my motor's running well. We're looking good. I'm on heading right back toward the airport. I'm going to start a nice smooth weight shift turn. So weight shift, body, head moved over. Pull in, release, pull in, slow release, pull in, slow release. And you can do that release generally once every 360 degrees, but I don't want to go super steep. The key to an asymmetric spiral is that you pull in, get that turn going. I'll keep this one all the way around. And then on heading here, as I get to the point of my head where I want to be, and this is a real light spiral, I'm going to start slowly releasing and then pull back into it. Kind of makes a balloon shape. If you look at your ground track, it'd be like a balloon. But I'm not trying to get too steep. I'm not trying to make a super tight round spiral, but nice and steady, stable. As I get to my heading, releasing, and then pulling back into it again. And I'm not doing it aggressive enough to really build G's. So the whole point of this is that the spiral should look like a balloon, and it should sound like woof, woof. It's hard to explain, but I'll rip some on the free ride later because I've got a lot more time on. But as we build speed, release, build speed, release, build speed, release, right? Just slow and stable. Remember everything you're doing, but when I release as slow as possible, try to keep things nice and smooth. We don't balloon up at all. If you guys are doing round spirals, try some asymmetrics. It's safer, sounds cooler from the ground because you get that nice wind build, and it's not just a howling wind. It sounds like you're purposeful. I don't know. Go buy Shane Danherter's series from Team Fly Halo. Shane's series is Freestyle 101, phenomenal. Shane has been a mentor of mine pilot-wise for like 8-9 years. Super good dude. So finally getting smoother. I'm going to go down and play some with the cows. Let's do a little bigger action. Let's coming down! We're going down, guys!
So when mountain flying like this, you always have to keep in mind the weather, and you have to keep in mind the air currents themselves and how they start to move around. And obviously this morning's challenge was not, didn't quite work out as we'd hoped. And that's not a bad thing because I was able to go up and still have a great time, still see some amazing scenery. But I wanted to explain a little bit about what I'm doing with my hands as I'm saying surges, right? Because a collapse is nothing more than the glider coming forward and outpacing the lines and then closes the nose, right? So what I'm doing is I'm actively deflecting the trailing edge of the wing. Every time that it surges forward into that turbulent air, I'm adding brake and keeping it from surging so far forward that I'd have to have a collapse and then potentially have to throw my reserve. It's something that takes a lot of time to build that skill. It takes a lot of time to get to the point where you can feel confident. And honestly, the biggest thing that helps is kiting. I kite a ton, and kiting allows me to understand what the wing is doing before it even happens. You start to get a sixth sense, a feeling of, oh, it's starting to feel light. Add some pressure, get that back. And then by the same token, oftentimes I'll be flying and that wing will rock back and my hands go all the way up so they can build that speed back in position. But as with everything, guys, we definitely encourage you to get really great training and kite a lot. I love this. This was awesome. And we'll try to find ourselves some other adventures later. You guys gonna fly? There's a lot of silence here.
I'm more of an evening flyer.
Dave just showed up, so we're gonna try to get a flight in. Nell hasn't really had a proper flight in a while. Last flight was Kansas, and we all know how that went.
That
sucked. That was some trash air.
We got the beautiful mountain backdrop and a lot of farm fields to the east. So I think we'll be taking off and heading east away from the rotor, possible rotor on the mountain. As August doing a great job filming. If it was extra shaky, it was because he was filming. But we're looking for a suitable runway for the Paramotor. Obviously there's a huge taxiway, which I like the idea of taking off on the taxiway. What I don't like are these extra large runway lights that could offer a really painful.
Gravel is usually bad for tearing off wings. I think we're gonna give it a go. Should be a pretty flight.
All right, I think we made a decision. The decision is we're going down to the end of the runway because there's gonna be less obstacles.
That's gonna be exhausting.
You say you wanna be famous, I stand 10 feet tall, a rooftop to the basement, you wanna own it all. I see the hunger in your eyes, you wanna flash like a classic car, got the hustle and the grind, I burn hotter than a star. Yeah. This is the time of your life, the moment to live, the moment to shine, the moment to rise and take over the world. I'm on top of everything, on top of my game. Big city life, big city dreams. Think large, go hard, shine light for the ones in the dark. Stay true to yourself and go big from the heart. You wanna dream big, you better dream large. Blocking lanes on the boulevard, calling shots 'cause you're in charge. You wanna dream big, you better dream large. You wanna live life like a renegade, come to the top of your piece of fame. Calling shots 'cause you're in charge. You wanna dream big, you better dream large. 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 You say you wanna be famous.
Mom, where's Daddy? With the one wheel next to the RV.
Well, he's going back. I can see him.
Yep, there he goes.
Action. Oh, we made it! Oh my gosh, that was an awesome flight. Man, Dave landed on his feet for the first time ever.
Nothing with your hands. I see you thinking about it. 1/4 inch right pressure. 1/4 inch weight pressure. Hold all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Right pressure. Yeah. That's how you run out of landing, buddy.
That's his first landing on his feet.
On your feet, son.
Woo! This is what we came for. The West is here, the mountains are here, the beautiful weather is here.
The sun rose over the valley for the first time in a while. It feels like a new dawn is breaking, and I'm free to laugh like a child. Is this what it feels like to be right where you're meant to be? This is a new beginning. Yeah, this is just a start. We won't forget this feeling, but wait for the best part.
Friends, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Bradford Ress. I'm retired from Florida, moved to Montana earlier this summer. I was a member of the hurricane class from September last year. It was a blast, but too quick. And like most people, I was looking at YouTube videos, but not Jacqueline's boyfriend so much. Here's a guy, Chris Reynolds, who's had a fantastic video called Alaska Peak to Peak, where he was flying up in the mountains of Alaska. And I said, yeah, I want to do that in Montana. Found a place up here, bought it, and I never looked back since.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Slightly less drugged from the last time I saw you.
All right, I'm pretty sure this is flight 37.
You can just fly a drone, Reese. All the batteries are charged.
1, 2,
Stars and planets align, and it can't last for forever, but I think the future looks bright. This is a new beginning, yeah. This is just the start. We won't forget this feeling, but wait for the best part. This is a new beginning.
Another freaking beautiful night in Montana, St. Ignatius, Montana. We're actually right in front of the Mission Mountains over my shoulder. Insane night. You couldn't ask for better. Perfect weather. Nell got to fly twice today. Reese got to fly 3 times today or 4 times today. I don't even know. I got to fly twice. I'm happy. My heart's full. And now we get to hang out with new Aviator friends and 2 alumni. We got Dr. Brad Ress, who is just moved out to Montana. He's awesome. And of course, Dave from AV, who's a prior student as well. Super happy to be here with our family and with our extended family. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Aviator Show. We would like to send a special thanks to all our Patreon supporters who have donated to keep this content fresh, fun, and exciting. If you'd like to be a Patreon for this channel, click on the link in the description below. Also, keep those comments coming on what you'd like to see more of. We hope you enjoyed. Next week on The Aviator Show, Eric and Nell get to fly together for the first time this trip.
What we're going to do once we get over this field, we'll go a little close to the airport and then make a left turn, set up as your downwind leg, and then you'll make a right turn down to your downwind.
Then journey with us back in Florida, where the 7 students in the Denellen class are all ready for taxi practice.
So getting over those biffs and accidents that happen, you just take a deep breath. There's no reason for me to stress over not getting up the first day. It's all fine.
Power. Kill.
Did it hurt? No, it did not hurt. It wasn't even scary or anything. I just found myself on the ground.
Have you enjoyed today's episode? Take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week right here on The Aviator Show.